Two right there with him. Smokes him. Oh, my goodness. Oh, the whole field is junk. It's a parking lot. They door slam each other. Checkered flag in the air. It's going to be too close to call. Oh, he just got smoked. Oh, my goodness. Turned. He got dumped in IMSA racing. Caution is out. We saw a lot. Oh, he's dead. Toward each other. Richter Johnson. Checkered flag in the air. Scott Richter wins it.
Hello everybody and welcome into tonight's race here at the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. Tonight we get to be here at Kansas Motor Speedway for week 8 of the GLSR season, and I've got a special guest in the booth with me currently. Christian Taylor, how are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good. Looking forward to some GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series action here at Kansas, where you could rip that high line like Larson, diamond it off the corner like Hamlin, or just wreck everybody like Hocevar.
Those are definitely all options here, and especially here in the trucks. It almost drives like a super speedway. I mean, I don't know how many laps you have at Kansas in the trucks, but I have a fair amount of them myself, and a lot of the time you're just holding the dang thing wide open as we watch Chad White start his qualifying attempt.
So he starts this lap here. Something you may not know about Chad White, Jesse. He we just got to. I'm just going to just show you. Take a look there. He may get fired.
Oh, yeah.
He's on the chopping block here tonight. Blake's had a personal meeting with him, and I'm not sure the terms and conditions, but I heard some chatter that if he doesn't get a top 5 here tonight,
I've heard the same rumors that you mentioned. It's definitely a possibility. I mean, I love the guy, and I hope that it doesn't come down to that, but it can definitely always happen. As he's sitting top of the board, but that's just for now. Oh, Garrett Grant now already taking that spot from him. So we take a look. Lots of laps coming in. We're going to watch Chad finish his qualifying effort and then see who we want to switch to after that. But what do you think? The first lap going to be faster tonight or the second for these guys?
I'm probably going to say second, and he's going to come in and bring it to the top of the board with a 30.73 there. That's exactly what he needs here tonight.
And I'm seeing here the guy in second in this 18 truck. A lot of people did not expect to see Ricky Springer on the track because he actually took a provisional, and now he's here at the race, so I'm sure that's breaking a lot of people's hearts tonight. They thought they might have had a better chance at winning this thing with the 18 out on the track.
Absolutely, but while we were watching Ricky rip it around, Christian took a shot, took the lead, which was quickly taken from him by Rooster, and now Sam Brochu has the top line.
Let's take a look at the 92, the man on the thumbnail, actually, Tristan. I gotta remember how to say this dang last name. Laducer. He's the thumbnail guy because he took home the dirt track win last week. Blake broadcast that one.
Yeah, Jesse called out unexcused absence. I mean, honestly, why would you want to be there for the birth of your child? That's honestly unacceptable to miss work for.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that last week's broadcast, I was planning on, doing my thing, showing up, broadcasting the GLSR race just like I always do. And then the doctor's office calls my wife and they say, hey, by the way, Wednesday at 5 p.m., you're checking into the hospital and we're going to start inducing you to have your baby. And it's like, oh, okay, somebody else is going to have to broadcast this race.
Yep, well, I was in Talladega, and plus my computer's having issues anyway. I doubt I was going to be able to broadcast it, and of course, ended up getting it done. Blake came in clutch, was able to do the replay for us, and it's available on our YouTube channel. If you missed it, go check it out after this stream. Don't do it right now. Do it later.
Yeah, you got to stay tuned in for now. I mean, we've got action live for you here tonight as we take a look I don't see anybody on the track right now. Actually, Tyler Pluff's starting his qualifying attempt, so we'll keep an eye on the 39 truck. But Sam Brochu sitting on the top of the board. He took 2 wins in a row earlier on this season, and then he's kind of been quiet the last few weeks. So potentially sitting on the pole for the 98's looking pretty good early tonight.
Definitely so. 98 trying to keep that pole position. I will say right now we are simultaneously live in 2 different places. Blake is over there broadcasting the Fight Cancer 225 at Las Vegas in the Superstar ARCA series. They're racing the ARCA cars around Vegas right now. 21 of Milnex is in the lead. 32 laps into the 150 lap race. Caution after caution after caution over there. So, your browser can handle 2 streams at once. So just go ahead and do it. What are you waiting on?
Yeah, that's the thing. Tonight is a special night. Not only, it kind of was mentioned earlier, I guess we'll just mention it again. I'm a new dad, so that's kind of cool. So I gotta say shout out to Allison. She's probably laying in her bassinet just sleeping right now. So it's good to know that she can be calmed down enough for me to come do this. And also, this is a first for HMS TV. You know, we just recently got into double headers. And tonight is our first triple header. Absolutely.
Blake's going to be doing a stream. I believe it's going to be at the Charlotte Roval, right, Jesse?
Yeah, they've got it's the MCR League, which a lot of you, if you're watching, you should be at least familiar with MCR. They do a lot of IMSA style stuff. We've also had Super Formula on the channel. This series tonight is their late night runs. It's a 30-minute race at the Charlotte Roval in Mazda MX-5. So that's going to be a good time as always.
Absolutely, but they're gridding up, Jesse.
I was going to say, I think it's time to go to the grid in classic HMS TV fashion. We've got to get some music going for this grid, because we got to let them know who is starting off on the pole position tonight. Get that tower out of here, because we're going through this grid. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Thank you, SpongeBob. Row number 1 taking home the pole position. As mentioned, the 98 of Sam Brochu for Team Force Racing. To his outside is going to be Rooster Brandon Alphen in the 28.
Moving on back to row number 2, you find Harpoon Designs own Christian Angel on the outside and Mark Whitley in the 3rd position on the inside. And why I did it backwards, I don't know.
We'll worry about that later. Row number 3, Tristan Laducer in the 92, Jared Ray Hutton in the 50.
Moving on back to row number 4, you find on the inside the 2 of Jason Dalton. To his outside, Garrett D. Grant in the 5 machine.
Row number 5 has Justin Bondurant in the 9 and Colin Fambro in the 4.
Row number 6, you find Logan Smith in the 34 machine and Forrest Smith in the 15 machine.
Wow, are those 2 related? Anyways, row number 7,
they are
88 of Chad White, the Hutchins Motorsports team driver, and then the 44 of Peyton Barfield here tonight.
Moving on back to row number 8, you find the 99 of Diego Sainz and Harpoon Design driver and maybe even Storm Motorsports driver Steve Tucker in the 1.
We might get into that later, but anyways, row number 9 is the 26 of Brian Suffin and the 18 of Ricky Springer. We need to go quick, Christian, quick.
Row number 10, you find Bryce Barfield in the 8 and Lucas Strayer in the 41.
Row number 11 is the 14 of Ben Pearson, the 11 of Matt Telder.
Row number 12, we find Cedric Ingham in the 19 and Tyler Holman in the 52.
Row number 13 is Joey Laducer in the 23 and Dylan Rosenberg in the 91.
Row number 14, you find Daniel Jr. in the 71 and Tyler Pluff in the 39.
And if we didn't say your name, you're drunk. We're getting ready to go green. Am I going to cut the music off in time? No, I'm not. Green flag is out here at Kansas in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. What a start for Sam Brochu.
Being short on time never stops us, and neither does it Brochu as he takes the early lead with Mark Whitley on his tail heading through turn 1. You find Laducer, Rooster, and Dalton in the top 5, chasing down your race leader of Sam Brochu as they're heading down the backstretch. Look at the trucks fan on out. Mark Whitley gonna peek on the high side as we go back into the field.
I was gonna say, I gotta see if we can find us a wider angle as we go up a Harpoon Designs blimp. Look at all the 3 wide action. Ricky Springer in the 18. You got the 50 there. I don't know that's Jared Ray Hutton, and then underneath that you got the 26 of Brian Sutphin. They're settling out. Whoa! Look at the glint coming off these trucks. It is a sunny day here at Kansas.
I hope Brentley Roden is out there wearing his sunglasses up in the blimp, because it just blinded him down there as these mad cluster of Hornets, and I mean NASCAR trucks, are making their way around Kansas. Look at all these side-by-side action. It's like somebody done kicked the Hornet's nest out there.
I was going to say, let's get the driver details back showing as we're focused on the 34 here, Logan Festitian. He's currently in a battle for the 9th position right now. You see there his picture. It's a funny story. I believe that's I can't remember who that is actually. That's kind of funny. You know who that is? I can't remember.
That is Todd Gilliland.
That's right, Todd Gilliland. Sorry, Todd, if you ever see this for some reason. I doubt you'll ever see this, but Logan Physician actually dumped Todd Gilliland in a iRacing race and had Todd sign a picture of it happening. So that is a story that you didn't know existed, and now you do.
Yep, and Logan Physician is also most likely to wreck tonight, as you see on the ticker below. Not him.
Oh, let's go back. Sorry about that.
It's already gone. But yeah, Logan Physician most likely to wreck here this evening.
Sorry, I ruined the moment, and that is a fact. It is true. So we'll have to keep an eye out for that one. As you look at the Christian Angel here, as otherwise known as Rowdy, in the 75 truck, battling side by side with the 5. That's Garrett Grant. Man, they haven't spread out very much. I mean, the only person that's got any distance on the field right now is your leader in Brochu.
Definitely so. I was talking to Christian before the race, and we were just talking about some setup help. I gave him some advice. That's why you see him falling back right now. But nonetheless, I asked him if he was finally getting over Taylor Swift, getting engaged to Travis Kelce, and apparently I struck up some old memories, and he had to go to the porta potty because he was quite upset.
Yeah, that is a deep, dark place in the mind of Christian Angel, so we try not to remind him about that, but it does occasionally come up.
Yeah. But watching Jason Dalton.
Hold on.
Currently in the third position.
We got to mention the chat here. We've got Brantley Roden, Harpoon Designs own Brantley Roden, pulling double duty in the blimp. He's somehow driving a blimp here at Kansas and also in Las Vegas at the same time. I don't know how he's doing it.
Well, he says, shout out to little Allison Becker, the new baby. Jesse is a father. Ladies and gentlemen, I can't wait to meet the little girl, even though he's keeping me from her.
Not keeping her from you. It's just, it's one thing when you wake up, you're like, oh, let's have a kid. It'll be great. Everything will be awesome. And then you're waking up on the couch at 4:30 in the morning with a small human being sitting on you, and you're wondering how long it's been that you've been laying there, and you kind of get a little scared that you lost track of time.
Well, time doesn't matter right now when they're that young. You got to wake up every 2 hours anyway. As Sam Brochu is just gone. There he is.
I was gonna say, hopefully that doesn't happen again. I don't know if it was related to my end or iRacing's end or what came through on the stream, but I had every single truck disappear. Hopefully we can avoid that for the rest of this one.
Definitely so. We don't need any technical difficulties as Tristan LaDuce there is working his way around the high side, going to be getting the run down the backstretch on your race leader, Sam Brochu, in the 98 machine.
Well, and speaking of technical difficulties, as everyone disappears once again, we'll have to see if they come back here. Let's talk about that. Our fellow co-host and doing his own stream, the Superstar ARCA series, Blake Hutchinson. That man is a baller shot caller, 20-inch blades on the Impala. The iRacing update started messing with everyone's CPUs, and he just went out and pretty much bought a whole entire new system. I ain't got it like that. But if y'all want to reach out to Blake and let him know that he needs to start paying me and Christian some more money so we can upgrade these computers and bring y'all some more consistent live streams, that'll be great. Just hit the super chats up and just let him know. Just say, hey, Blake, this money is for Jesse and Christian's PCs.
Exactly. remember the needy of PCs. Why would you donate to charity when you could donate to our PC fund?
Exactly, and I mean, it's one of those things, like, it's for the betterment of everyone. You got to think about, you know, you can't just think about yourself. You got to think about everybody watching this stream. And I mean, there's 18 people watching this stream. That's 18 people that wish those trucks didn't just disappear a couple minutes ago, you know?
We're just going to blame you, Jesse. How about that?
That's fine too. Do whatever you want to do. As we look at the two of Jason Dalton, he's fighting hard with the 28 of Brandon Alphin, otherwise known as Rooster. One of Blake's. Whoa, he got a truck at the back and loose in the back. Is that Chad White?
No, that was Lucas Strayer in that. It was further back than that.
Lucas Strayer in the 41. You can see why I thought it might have been Chad. The colorways are kind of similar, but the 41 slipping back down 3 spots, about to be 4. That truck was slideways on that 41.
But you know what? You know who doesn't slip, Jesse?
Who's that?
When you go to Spoiler Diecast and use code GLSR to get free shipping, they will never slip up and miss your order. They will get it shipped out right away. Unless you pre-order one, then they'll get it shipped out as soon as it's available. But that is SpoilerDiecast.com. Use code GLSR to get free shipping.
Congratulations on that perfect plug there, Christian. Well done. Ricky Springer in that 18. We talked about him earlier as everybody disappears again. Let's get him back. Let's get him back. We can do it. They're back. Sorry about that, folks.
Come on.
Are you able to hear me fine, Christian, the whole time?
Jesse, go. Yes, I am. Yeah, cut your Discord stream off.
Okay.
I'm gonna go blind, ladies and gentlemen. I won't be able to see this stream. But that being said, Jesse will have a better connection as hopefully the stream comes back live for everybody, and it does. All right, so the stream's back live. It's still struggling.
Oh no. Can you hear me?
Let us know in the chat if we are live, ladies and gentlemen. I hear you fine, Jesse. You haven't dropped out for me.
Ay. It does seem to be
But
an internet
I think it's
issue.
catching
Once
up.
again, shout out to Spectrum. Hopefully, though, it does calm back down. I am looking in Discord. My ping is through the roof, so it does seem to be internet related. If I have to, I'll reset the router, but hopefully we can get things back together here. Oh, caution is out for the first time tonight. It's showing me so many people crashed. I don't know if it's real or not.
Wrecked.
Let's see if Logan Festitian is hurt here. Holy smokes, there's so many trucks wrecked. Let's go back and see if we can see what happened here. Remember the 34 Festitian involved, several trucks involved, and no! That is not who you want to see on the front end of the 34. That's his own teammate in the 88, Chad White. Did he wreck his own teammate here?
It definitely looks like it. I'm looking at it in my own replay, and like I said, ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna have to bear with us tonight. I'm not gonna be able to see the stream.
Oh my gosh.
So I don't know what Jesse's showing you.
Well, I can tell you what I'm showing them, and I'm showing them the 34 Logan Festitian.
Oh.
Absolutely dumping his teammate, Chad White. Just tragic,
that
folks.
is very unfortunate turn of events. So many other trucks involved. And it seemed like trucks just wanted to be involved in that. They just kept driving forward and just drove right into that wreck.
Yeah, it's unfortunate for a
Chad
lot of
and the
trucks.
get together after.
Yeah, that was unfortunate for definitely a lot of trucks. I think all that happened, maybe Logan was trying to give the old bump draft to his teammate there. And it just didn't work out.
Definitely didn't, but I will report now that we're under caution, Jesse. Since we turned off my monitor, the stream seems to be doing a lot better. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're just going to have to keep me blind, but I'd rather do that and have good stream quality than to take up some bandwidth and me just be able to see.
Yeah, I hope it does work out good as well. I hope you can hear me, Christian. My my ping in Discord is over 1300, so who knows if you can how well you can hear me, but I'm gonna do my best here.
Everything's fine. Everything's fine on my end, so we're gonna just keep rolling, I think. And I don't need to reset the stream right now. Everything seems to be working out good. But I do want to see everyone do hashtag Spectrum sucks in the chat.
Hashtag Spectrum does suck. I might end up, if we get into desperation mode, I might have to do what worked last time and reset the router, but I didn't do it tonight because I'm like, hey, I just reset my internet, like my my router not too long ago, so I shouldn't have to do it again, right? And here we are, but hopefully we don't have any more issues. As Mark Whitley went fuel only during that pit stop. Do you think that was a good decision here, Christian?
Fuel only? Probably not. I don't think it's gonna... I don't know. It's gonna be interesting there.
Everybody else, it looks like, pretty much took tires. Jared Ray Hutton might have taken 2 tires. Not that it got him too many spots. Could have been fixing damage, who knows. But several trucks definitely fixing damage. Lucas Strayer, Chad White, Brian Sutphin, Forrest Smith, Ed Robertson, Logan Festitian, all with very long pit stops. The 8 of Bryce Barfield making his GLSR debut. He's sitting in pit lane fixing damage right now. The 86 Caleb Fosnot also taking repairs. But the lights are off on the pace car, and we're getting ready to get this thing back underway here.
Can't wait to see this exciting restart as they're rolling through the corner. So 3 and 4 pace car going to be getting out of the way. Going to go back green here in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series at Kansas. Green flag is in the air. And Mark Whitley in the 77 Toyota gets a good jump there. Already 3 car lengths ahead of Sam Brochu.
Yeah, he kind of gets a good breakaway. There's a battle for second. The 98 and 18 fighting for that spot. Ricky Springer looking to make his way forward. He started all the way back in 18th. He finds himself in second, and he's trying to make the pass for the lead right here, right now. A couple wins on the season for Springer, looking to add another.
And Mark Whitley just says nope and lets up, or that or he's on bad tires. I don't know, but now is Mr. Irrelevant as we move up to Ricky Springer, who has taken this race lead with Sam Brochu battling and pushing him down the front stretch. Very drafty track here in the Truck Series. He's going to take the high side through turn 1. Is he going to get the run off the corner? Probably so, but he's going to have to do the crossover move, and he does.
Yeah, great battle here between Brochu and Springer. Brochu's led pretty much the entire way so far, and Springer has to give that spot up, but not for long. He's going to get to the back bumper of the 98. Brochu kind of covers low off the corner, and Springer about wrecked him as they're side by side across the stripe.
This side-by-side battle for the lead.
This is some really good racing here. Both of these drivers, I believe, 2 wins on the season as they're dooring each other down the backstretch.
If they keep racing this hard, they're going to end up taking each other out. 18 going to get to 98 again.
Yeah, and you see right behind him, too, at Jason Dalton. He's just kind of watching this battle going, holy smokes. And you see right there, the 18 of Springer, he just kind of backs off, gives it up. That's honestly a smart decision, a wise decision for the 18. I mean, they could have sat there and fought the entire time, both of them burning their stuff up, just for the 2 of Dalton to be able to get back by him at the end. So
wrecking each other as though it looks like Springer might want some more.
Yeah, it isn't over yet. Like you said, it's a really drafty track, almost like a super speedway here at Kansas. So you get these runs that are just hard to resist taking. But let's go back a little bit. We've got some battles happening in the mid-pack. It's sketchy back here. You got about a 6-truck view here on your screen. That's all the way from 10th to about 15th or 16th. They're all grouped together. You see Peyton Barfield and Steve Tucker battling for that final spot in the top 10 here.
Side-by-side battle down the front stretch here between Steve Tucker and Peyton Barfield.
Yeah, they're... Oh, and the 44 about gets into the 1. Might have had some contact there. Didn't upset the truck at all, but it was close. Caution out. All I see is Logan Festitian going off track. And yeah, he's heading to
he's
pit road. You can't park there, Logan. And he's going to tow it. Is he just done or does he have damage? Let's take a look and see what happened to Logan Festitian here.
Oh, he definitely has damage, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, and as we skip to it, he's already in the wall. Let's rewind it. Yeah, he's already got damage. He's limping a hurt truck around the field, and it looks like it just gets loose, and he scrapes the wall, overcorrects it, and smokes the outside wall.
He has truck and brain damage after that one.
I was going to say, it almost looks like he knew he screwed up and was trying to avoid the yellow flag flying and just cut it down to pit lane, but is already a little too late at that point.
Definitely so. So we're going to get another round of pit stops here. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to head on over to Las Vegas in the Superstar ARCA Series. Leave Jesse alone momentarily. I'll be back to you over here in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series.
All right, we'll be looking forward to an update from you here soon about that race. On that note, we're going to go ahead and take our first break here of the night. Second caution in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. We will be back with you shortly. As we're back live here from from Kansas. Christian has made his way to Las Vegas. Teleported instantly out there to co-commentate with Blake Hutchinson for a little bit as Ricky Springer, Sam Brochu, gonna lead this field of trucks to green once again. Springer gets a great jump. None of these guys coming down pit lane last time. You got to go all the way back to Will Martin in 19th to find potentially some fresh tires. 22nd is the 77 of Mark Whitley. He's the first truck on fresh tires. The other ones went fuel only. So we'll have to see how this one shakes up, if we've got a good long run ahead of us or not. But Springer gonna run away with the lead early. Sam Bruce through Jason Dalton. The 98 and the 2 battling for that second spot. The 2 of Dalton on the high side, he's gonna have the momentum off the corners, but the 98, he's gonna have the speed in the corners. Let's see who will come out on top. Justin Bondurant, haven't said his name much in the 9 truck. He has found his way into 4th. Garrett Grant rounds out the top 5. Colin Fambro, Steve Tucker, Matt Telder, Diego Sainz, and Christian Angel round out your top 10 here on lap 30 of 100. Let's go ahead and look for some names we haven't mentioned too much tonight. You see the side-by-side battle between the 44 of Peyton Barfield and the 19 of Cedric Ingram. I don't think we've mentioned the 19 of Ingram once tonight. He's up 10 spots, currently 13th. He qualified 23rd, so he's moving up in the world. Another close battle happens to be a little farther back. You have the 39 of Tyler Pluff trying to fight for a spot with the 52 of Tyler Hallman. And then behind them, you've got the 23 of Joey Laudiser and the 50 of Jared Ray Hutton. Fights all over this track for sure. And we've got to fight for the lead. Sam Brochu trying to take that spot back over the 18 of Springer. Leaves Springer some room there on the outside. He could have cut that off if he wanted to, but he's racing respectfully and says, if you're going to have that run, you can hold on to that fight for now. He is going to cover up this time, though, out of turn 4 and take the lead back over. Let's see how many laps he's led so far. 21 laps out of 33. I'm pretty sure the other ones have pretty much been the 18 of Springer and or the 77 of Mark Whitley. Tight racing here for 5th, 6th, and 7th. You've got Garrett Grant, Colin Fambro, and Steve Tucker all right there on top of each other. You go even a little bit farther back, Diego Sainz and Christian Angel fighting side by side. I mean, this track gives you battles everywhere you look. Close racing pretty much anywhere. You see the 5 of Garrett Grant and the 1 of Steve Tucker side by side now for the 6th spot. Connor Gerard in the chat, good to see you. He says, good race so far. It really is a good race. Now that my internet's calmed down, it makes me feel better to not see the trucks just randomly disappearing, but I'm sure it'll happen again now that I've mentioned it. I probably jinxed it, to be honest. But, I mean, look at this stuff. There's so many different lanes here at Kansas Motor Speedway. You had it perfectly there on one screen. The 99 of Diego Sainz, the 75 of Christian Angel, the 11 of Matt Telder, all three of them running a different line. Diego Sainz in the 99 preferring the high line. The 11 of Telder kind of running the middle, and the 75 of Christian Angel wrapping the bottom. So many different ways you can get around this track, and that's what makes it so fun. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that the closest finish in NASCAR history just happened recently at this track between Kyle Larson and Chris Buescher. And we've got a pit road update from the 34 Logan Festitian. He says the 8 put it in the wall in front of me and Chad. Chad had to go around, and I didn't know. Went for the bump right as he went to go around him. He also finishes with, it's been a fantastic season. So, definitely a rough race for the 34. Not technically out of this race yet. He's been on pit road for 9 minutes. We'll see if he hits the track once again. Same situation with Brandon Alphin. He's been in pit lane for the last 7 minutes, so we'll have to see if he comes back out on the track to do some more laps or not. As we are here on lap 38 of 100, as we see the 18 to Ricky Springer lead the way, it's a good segue to take a look at the current points standings. Springer leads the way, up 53 points from the cut line. Garrett Grant finds himself in second, Jason Dalton third, Matt Telder fourth, Brandon Alphin in fifth. Your 2 wild card spots happen to be Ed Robertson and Colin Fambro with wins on the season. Justin Bondurant, Mark Whitley, Lucas Strayer finding themselves right down under the cut line, looking to make their way potentially into the playoffs. As we get another pit road update from Logan Festician, says the car's retired, nothing else good can come from this.
Well, I am back in Kansas, Jesse. I hear that Logan Festician has retired. Blake Hutchison over there said, "Thank God."
Oh Jesus, oh God, that got me good. That was funny. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm surprised he would say that. It is a Hutchison Motorsports team truck, is it not? I mean, I can imagine he'd be a little bit upset about having to pay for another truck.
Yeah, definitely so. I mean, I was talking to him and I told him that I know there was an extra car involved that actually was deemed at fault, but we don't need to tell Blake that Logan Festician just wrecked Chad White, and he's going to have some repercussions to pay for that one. By the way, I heard he's going to have to pay for both trucks.
That's a hefty price tag, for sure. I wouldn't want to be the driver that has to do that.
Yeah, that's going to be Logan Festician's
Christian,
week.
Real quick, you got to check out this battle here between Christian Angel, Daryl Young, and Steve Tucker. In 75 and 71, not sure what gives me that feeling. And the one as well, I'm not sure what's giving me that thought, but I feel like these three all might be teammates here. Whoa, and the one's about to get turned by the 11. Holy smokes, that was close.
There's some tight quarters racing there, and they're definitely teammates.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good battle all throughout the field. And I think looks like we got a special guest down in the chat. Looks like your wonderful wife, Danielle, come out here to show her support. Hello,
Look
Danielle.
at my beautiful wife, Danielle, in the chat, always putting up with my nonsense. Jesse, do you even know how she does it?
I don't. I mean, I've always questioned it, but she definitely seems to find a way to deal with it. Even I can't sometimes, so I gotta admit, I gotta give her props.
Oh, you can't put up with me, Jesse? I thought we were good like that.
I find a way. It's not easy, but I do find a way.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try to pretend that everything's all right. Everything's fine. We're watching the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series.
Hey man, if you need to go cry in the corner, you can do that because we've got some racing to call. Daryl Young Jr. in the 71 up 20 spots. Qualified 27th, finds himself in 7th. He's finding his way through the field out of Peoria, Illinois.
He is on lightning tonight. The Harpoon Design truck's putting on a show. At least he is. Gonna definitely have to see that truck in post-race inspection.
We look ahead.
Oh wait, I forgot I was supposed to be sad.
Put those crocodile tears away. They're not going to work on me. As the 2 of Jason Dalton and the 4 Colin Vanbro battling it out. That's going to be for your 5th spot. Vanbro getting a little slideways there, able to keep it straight. Jason Dalton going to hang on to that spot for now. As look at this battle for 2nd starting to spice up. You got 3 trucks there. You got the 18 of Springer, the 77 of Whitley, the 9 of Justin Bondurant, all dogfighting for that number 2 spot. Sam Bruce is checked out.
He is gone for the evening, it seems, but as Mark Whitley's going to be going to the inside of Ricky Springer there in that 77 truck, trying to get the edge down the backstretch.
If we pull up our Hutchison Motorsports TV patented pit strategy board, it shows you your top 8 drivers, and you can notice there's a couple anomalies there. Brochu, Springer, Bondurant, Dalton, Fambro, and Ladouceur. All 30 laps on these tires. You look at the in 2nd place, you look at the 77 of Whitley and the 71 of Daryl Young Jr. They came down there in that last caution. They've only got 21 laps on their tires compared to your leaders. Daryl Young Jr. looking to get his way into the top 5. We've been talking about him a lot here recently, and that's because he is on the move up 21 spots. He is the HMS TV biggest mover right now. On lap 49 out of 100 is Springer. You can see him there on the top of your screen, slamming into the wall, grinding the damn thing down, losing a couple spots. Losing 1 spot, I'm sorry, to the 9 of Bondurant, and he's about to get passed by the 71 and the 2 here, most likely.
It looks like the 71's going to be making that move.
Yeah, Springer might have burned his stuff up. He's having a rough time here. We'll see if he can get it back together, but halfway through the race, let's go ahead and give you a reminder if you're out there in the market and you need a nice paint job. Look at the 71 right here. Look at that clean paint job on that 71 truck. That's brought to you by Harpoon Design. If you need a paint, you can find him on Trading Paints. He's the #1 painter on Trading Paints, and you can get a custom paint from him just starting at $25. Check out harpoondesign.com. Christian, is it not probably one of the best deals on the internet?
It definitely is. Paint starting at only $25. I use them myself, ladies and gentlemen. So, I can promise you my paints are beautiful over there in the Wills America Cup Series because of Brantley Roden and Harpoon Design. And I ordered those by going over to harpoondesigns.com, clicking on the little red button below the beautiful Harpoon Design logo. I even bought a shirt. I think that logo is so good. Order my paint, and I got my paint within a day. So he is on top of it. I ain't going to promise you're going to get your paint in a day all the time. But paint started on $25. Why would you not go order the paint?
But I mean, let's just go through the trucks that I know for sure are Harpoon Design paints. 77 of Mark Whitley there on your screen, Harpoon Design. Daryl Young Jr. in the 71, Harpoon Design. 75 of Christian Angel, Harpoon Design. Steve Tucker in the 1, Harpoon Design. We can keep going, ladies and gentlemen. The 88, Chad White back here. Don't worry about the fact that he's all the way in 24th. We're not talking about that part. We're talking about the part that it's a Harpoon Design paint. Some of the best in the business. Check them out.
And if you head over on to Trading Paints, if you don't believe he's good, head over to tradingpaints.com yourself. Click on Painters. And I promise you, you'll see him up top, #1. He'll be right there.
Speaking of #1, Sam Brochu taking the #1 on the entire field right now, or taking a #2 on the entire field, I should say. He's running away with it. But the 77 of Mark Whitley, working on reeling him back in on this fresher tires. We're fixing to have ourselves a battle for the lead here in a few laps. Mark Whitley's pit strategy paying off.
Definitely so. But before that battle takes place, we actually have Logan Magician, who was checked and released from the infield care center. Logan, that was a hard hit. After the incident there, you were trying to save it. It looked like you were trying to keep the caution from coming out. How are you feeling after that one?
It was a rough hit. It's going to hurt for a couple of days. My feelings are very much hurt. We had a Bass Pro Shops, Tracker Boats and ATV, Hutchinson Motorsports TV, Ford F-150. We had. My point of view was the 8 got in the wall, and me and Chad had to go around him, but I really had no clue that he got into the wall because of how big and blocky these trucks are. So I went to go for a bump draft on Chad right as he went to go around the 8, and it went downhill from there. It sucks to tear up 2 of our Hutchinson Motorsports. Ford F-150 is who that were bad fast all day, but
Yeah, I actually got a report from the team owner that you're going to have to pay for both trucks.
Sounds good. I don't know.
All righty. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's been Logan.
Contract,
Yeah, it is. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Logan Magician. Justin, do you have anything else before I let him go?
That just goes to show, folks, everybody skips through the fine print these days. You can't do it. It's one of the worst mistakes you can ever make. Make sure you read the fine print. They'll get you.
Alrighty, but Mark Blake's making a pass for the race lead. That was Logan Magician. Bye, Logan. And anyway, he's gone now. And
yeah, I mean, that fine print will get you. We see the pit cycle starting. Ricky Springer on pit road. What do you got, Christian?
He said he would be here from his lawyer, but there was a battle for the race lead. We had to cut him off there.
You're right, there is a battle. That's the battle I was talking about, the 98 of Sam Brochu and the 77 of Whitley. It isn't going to be too much of a battle because Whitley's on fresh tires. I will say one thing, though. Mark Whitley is bad fast, but he certainly seems to have trouble keeping tires on these things sometimes. He had a struggle, not last week, but the week before when we were broadcasting. He kind of went from hero to zero when we were watching. He burned his tires up, and he just kind of started dropping spots quick.
I wouldn't know anything about burning my tires up. I'm a very conservative racer. I could save tires with the best of them.
Anyway, battle for sixth going to be between Jason Dalton and Christian Angel. Christian Angel going to take that spot over out of Easley, South Carolina. Otherwise known as
Easily South
Rowdy.
Carolina.
Christian, what's the population of Easley, South Carolina, if you had to guess?
I don't know easily South Carolina myself. I mean, but I'm going to say probably somewhere around 12.
I was going to say something similar, maybe a population of 35, something in there. I mean, I've never even heard of Easley, South Carolina.
So Easley, South Carolina has a population of 22,921 at the 2020 U.S. Census. Most recent estimates show it has begun to grow approximately 26,000 as of July 1st, 2023. And we're going to have to say bless you to Jesse, who is sneezing his nose off right now.
The stream didn't hear it. You heard it. I heard it. The stream didn't hear it. The power of technology kept y'all from hearing me sneeze like a dad. I have the dad sneeze now. I physically can't hold them back anymore. But thankfully, with the power of technology, y'all didn't have to hear it.
I definitely heard it, ladies and gentlemen, and my ears are ringing.
It's chemical. When you have a child, suddenly you want to buy a pair of white New Balances, and you want to cut the grass, and your sneezes and coughs are just 2 times louder than they were previously.
Jesse is the epitome of becoming your parents' commercial. I tell you what.
I mean, Christian, I got to tell you, earlier today I was thinking about buying an SUV, if that tells you anything.
It does. You got to embrace the minivan life, Jesse.
No, I can't go minivan. I'm not going to have enough kids to make a minivan worth it in my mind, but I might get a 3rd row seating SUV. That's about as far as I'll push it. As this pit cycle is getting underway.
Yeah, Christian Rowdy Angel in with the 14 machine.
There's so many people entering pit lane, it's hard to keep track of it. I know right now Christian Angel, Ben Pierce, Ed Robertson all in pit lane getting work done on their trucks. Mark Whitley, he's continuing to lead the way. There's still several drivers yet to come down during this pit cycle. Basically, your top 16 have stayed out there so far. Everybody else on back has come down pit lane to get for tires and fuel. Oh, no. Caution is out.
39 involved to 33. Oh, my. We got some big junk over there as Tyler Pluff might be destroyed.
Yeah, 39 Tyler Pluff backwards. He hadn't come down pit road yet, so we're going to have to go back and see what happened. I'll talk us through this one. 39 Tyler Pluff. Looks like he's loose there. And the 44 just kind of gets into him. Let's rewind it back, see if we can get a better view. Got to talk to Brantley. His blimp's a little bit too zoomed in for my taste. Let's go ahead and get the chopper view going here and see what happened to the 39. Going into turn number 3. See the 44 Barfield, I think on fresher tires, just kind of gets into him. Maybe he thought the 39 was going to leave him that bottom lane, and then he just didn't. And it causes big junk throughout the field. The 33 going through the infield, another truck carefully dodging it. But that just comes down to, unfortunately, a little bit of miscommunication. One might even call it almost like what happened to Ty Dillon and William Byron.
Yeah, definitely unfortunate. As the 44 you saw was involved in that one, pulled it over and just towed. So he might be out of the race.
He very well could be.
He was driving okay, but he's probably going to go ahead and hang up the boots there.
Yeah, unfortunately for the 44, Peyton Barfield, that might be his night. As you see, all the trucks that had stayed out during that pit cycle, they're coming down pit road now to get tires and fuel.
Definitely so.
We'll see how this kind of cycles out, because there was a lot of trucks that were laps down there that are going to have to either get lucky dogs or wave arounds. It's going to be a shakeup for sure in the lineup. We'll see how it plays out. As look at this battle off of pit road, almost 3 wide coming out of pit road. Mark Whitley, Darrell Young Jr., Sam Brochu going to lead the way off of pit lane.
Definitely a close battle, but Danielle in the chat, Jesse, was asking us who we are rooting for. Go ahead and put the camera on Chad White. Jesse, let me know when you're there. I can't see your camera, but let me know when you're on him.
We're looking at him right now on that 88 HMS TV.
I am not rooting for that guy. Definitely not rooting for Chad. I'm going to go with Steve Tucker in the 1.
Oh, you're rooting for Steve Tucker in the 1 truck. Good call there. You know, Steve recently won his first race live on HMS TV. It was in the MCR IMSA series on Sunday. It might have been the slowest class, but a class win is still a class win.
Definitely so. And Steve Tucker, you know, we saw the win there, and we started a new series over in the Wheels America Cup series in the Flim Dogs Racing League. So we saw Steve was in there, and he's been doing so good lately. We had to sign him for Storm Motorsports.
Yeah, absolutely. He was looking for some friends out there, and we decided we'd give the guy a try. I mean, I'll put it this way. I did not even think I was going to be able to race that race on Monday night. It was the same day I brought my daughter home from the hospital, but my wife's a trooper. She said, hey, you go race. If I need you, I'll let you know. And we managed to get it done. I ended up finishing, I think, 11th. I don't even remember where you finished.
I finished 8th, actually. I did pretty good. And gonna try to keep that momentum going as we're about to go green here, but we're gonna go to Kansas ourselves, racing Monday night.
Oh, that'll be a great time as the pace car heads down pit lane. We got a new front row, the 77 and 71. Mark Whitley, Darrell Young Jr. lead us into the restart zone. Green flag back out. The 77 of Whitley with a huge jump. We got beef in the radio there. Not sure what that's about. Side-by-side battle for second between Justin Bondurant and Darrell Young Jr.
They're going to stay side by side as the 9 is going to be lowering down to the 71. 71 is going to chase him up the track. He almost got into the 9 there as the 98 going to poke his nose in for a 3-wide battle for second.
Yeah, and the 9 of Bondurant, he didn't take that corner like he was 3 wide. Oh, and the 98 almost gets into his nose there. What kind of racing do we have here on lap number 69? Nice. Of 100.
Some intense racing for sure, as the 98 just didn't like that 3-wide racing. He wanted to clear him out. Now he's heading to the bumper of Mark Whitley. He's going to challenge him down the backstretch all over his rear end as he exits the turn 2. Down the backstretch, he's going to poke his nose in, going into 3. Going to make the pass easily here. The 77, I think, maybe left out of it, as the 9's going to get around him, and probably the 4, Colin Fambro, too.
The 77 of Whitley has to be trying to save his stuff right now. That must be what's happening here. And you see 98 of Sam Brochu going to try to lead away. Was somebody just loose there on pit exit? What? I don't know. I might have been tripping there. Caution is out, so I could have been onto something there. Are you seeing anything, Christian?
I see Tristan Ladusa may have crashed. Oh,
75
yeah.
of Christian Angel as well. Let's back that ass up and see what happened.
Oh! Y'all are gonna see something here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, let me walk you through this one. Looks like the 18 of Ricky Springer trying to make his way back forward. You see the 92 of Tristan Laducer there getting bumped and getting loose. Saved it about 4 times, still ended up losing it. Sideways, sideways, sideways. All these guys avoiding them. 75, wham, right into the 92. Do we have any other ARCA breaks? I don't see any. Did I miss anything there, Christian, or did I sum it up pretty good?
I think you summed it up pretty good, and I am myself watching the cockpit camera. I think he was trying to stop. He was doing the best he could, but when you're turning down the track, the truck's only going to want to brake so much when you're sliding.
Yeah, let's hop on board with the 75 of Christian Angel, see what he sees through this one. He sees the 92 sideways, trying to woe it down. Just could not get that truck turned in time. That's going to be big damage for the 75 of Christian Angel. Now, Christian, do we have faster pairs in this league? I'm not too sure off the top of my head.
Well, I don't know, but we could figure that out easily enough.
Yeah, we'll get the research team on it in the background. They'll let us know. P.S. The research team is us, so we'll get that back. I do have an update from the chat though. Peyton Barfield made his way to the chat. He has a short and simple message for the driver of the 44. Peyton Barfield says, "I'm so washed." I do agree, Peyton. You are quite washed. It's good to see you out there, for sure. Matt Telder in the chat saying, no faster pair.
Well, we just need to hire Matt Tedler's research team because I just couldn't compute to find that.
Yeah, if we look at the 11 of Matt Telder, we can't because he's out of this race. I'm sure he wishes there was a faster pair. He'd still be out there racing.
Speaking of out of the race, somebody is back out on the track who said he was retired. He was checked and released from the infield care center, but then got back in his truck as they were loading it on the trailer and rejoined the track. Logan Physician's back out there.
Yeah, they were getting ready to put the truck on the trailer, and he had a Leonardo DiCaprio moment, and he said, "I'm not leaving."
Kind of like when I remember the name, I'll say that pun.
All right, anyway. It was right on the tip of your tongue, I'm sure.
What's that wrestler that faced Undertaker in the Hell in the Cell match?
Oh gosh. Was it are you talking about Mankind?
Mankind. It's not Mankind, but it's his character. But when he was down and out, he had just fell off the top of the Hell in the Cell structure. They were carting him out on the stretcher. He says, No, I'm getting back in this fight. Don't take me out, coach. I can still race.
So we get, I believe, I don't know if that the Leo DiCaprio tweet thing is from Wolf of Wall Street or not. I feel like it might be. But we get that reference, we get a WWE reference, and a Cars reference, all in a couple of sentences. So that's incredible. As the pace car lights are off, Sam Brochu, Justin Bondurant going to lead the field to green.
And Sam Brochu leading it into the Harpoon Designs restart zone. Green flag is in the air. Brochu on the high side gets the jump as the leader does. Heading down the front stretch into turn one.
Second goes to the 9 of Bondurant. Side by side for third for just a second was the 4 of Fambro and the 1 of Steve Tucker. The 77 of Mark Whitley throwing his hat back in this race for the lead. You see him battling for that fourth spot with Tucker now.
As Connor Gerard, the GOAT of HMS TV, joins the chat. I just see him for the first time tonight over here. He's been over there talking it up in the Superstar ARCA Series race at Las Vegas. The Flag Cannons are 225 over there happening right now live with Blake Hutchinson.
Connor, if you are still listening, we need to know on your patented intense meter, which race is topping that thing out tonight? Which race is having the better intense meter score at this moment? Be sure to let us know.
But I'm having to look over at the monitor to even know this, ladies and gentlemen. I'm seeing that there's only less than 25 laps to go now.
With 25 to go, I think we're going to go ahead and do the harpoon design. Bring the noise. We will be back with you shortly. That was the Harpoon Designs. Bring the noise. If you need a paint, check out Harpoon Design. Paints start at just $25.
If you need a paint, like Jesse said, harpoondesign.com. And if you need a die cast, head on over to Spoiler Diecast. Use code GLSR for free shipping, ladies and gentlemen. And just to point out in the chat, I see good old JT Tinker. He says, y'all are streaming 2 races at once. Absolutely, we are, sir. You got Blake Hutchison over at Las Vegas. You got me and Jesse Becker over here at Kansas. And at 11 p.m., ladies and gentlemen, Blake Hutchison will be going live with the Motor City Racing League. Going to be streaming some road course racing action at the Charlotte Roval. So we have action all night for you here on Hutchison Motorsports TV, the #1 broadcasting service in the business. Right, Jesse?
Yeah, we are #1 in the game for sure. As we take a look at this beautiful shot here from our eyes in the sky, the Harpoon Design blimp. Yes, we are streaming 2 races at once. We are that good. If Christian could get a faster, more athletic hamster in his computer, we could possibly do 3 at once. We'll just have to wait and stay tuned on that one.
My wife is in the chat, so I'm going to have to unfortunately tell her that I'm going to have to upgrade my PC. So she doesn't know it yet, but that's coming.
Yeah, Danielle, if you have in the budget, you have some money set aside, you might as well call it gone because it's going towards a 5090 Ti.
Definitely so. We're going to, and you know, I might as well go ahead and upgrade the motherboard too. We're going to go straight on over to NVIDIA and get rid of this piece of trash Radeon I have.
Yeah, AMD, never heard of her. I will say I do have an AMD CPU, but NVIDIA graphics card is the way to go. I mean, I look at an AMD graphics card and I throw up in my mouth a little bit.
Well, I can show you one. Send you a picture.
Don't do that.
Matt Teller.
The people don't need to hear that on the stream.
Matt Tedler in the chat says it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is for permission. Matt Tedler, the thing that Jesse could even tell you is I was not asking for permission. I just do, and I deal with the repercussions later.
Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes Danielle has a famous saying in the chat, and maybe she can tell the people what her famous saying is in the chat, but she has to tell herself that sometimes when she's ready to cuss you out and kick you out of the house. She probably tells herself her key saying and calms down a little bit.
I don't know. Danielle doesn't let me be mean to people, but she is quite mean to me.
That is fair. I mean, I can't blame her one bit. But anyways, we got a battle here for 7th. Steve Tucker and Mark Whitley getting ready to start fighting it out for that 7th spot. What kind of battles are you seeing out there on the track, Christian? I know you and me got a little bit different views. We're in 2 different booths, you know. It's like when was it NBC or Fox? One of them had the 2 separate booths where they couldn't see each other, but they could just talk to each other. That's kind of what we're going through right here.
Yeah, that was actually pretty bad, and I don't believe in broadcasters calling the race remotely. Like, they're racing at Kansas while the broadcasters are sitting in Charlotte calling the race. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard of. But right now, I have no idea what's going on Jesse's stream. But I am watching the Steve Tucker battle with Mark Whitley, too, which kind of fell off. And Mark Whitley's now challenging the 50 of Jared Hutton.
He's looking to make that pass, too. Mark Whitley trying to make his way back towards the front. And we saw him, I don't remember if it was the start of this run or the previous run, but he was kind of falling back a little bit, and I think it was in an effort to save tire, and it might be paying off for him here as we take a look. His last lap was a 32.443 compared to Sam Brochu's last lap was a 32.567, so Whitley's definitely faster than your leader at the moment.
Whoa. 71 got loose off the corner there. I know y'all didn't see it, but that's something I was looking at.
Darrell Young Jr. still your biggest mover, up 19 spots, but he's back there in 8th right now.
He did just get around Steve Tucker like he was sitting on stilts, and even with the slide job he did.
Yeah, Darrell Young out of Peoria, Illinois, doing a good job here tonight. Steve Tucker looking like he wants to challenge for that spot back again. The 71 getting loose. He needs to cool them tires off a little bit.
And ladies and gentlemen, I am getting PMs now that I have to inform you that my wife is not a mean person. She is very patient and understanding. I love you, Danielle.
Man, I don't want to know what she said to make him turn his heart around like that. But all I can say is good job, Danielle, whatever it was.
We got 12 laps to go here in the the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series.
I can see what happened to you there, Christian. The last couple of times we've seen these trucks where it's been me running the show. It's been a Harpoon Design sponsored race. Not tonight. We've just got your regular old Week 8 race here at Kansas Motor Speedway. If you are looking to sponsor a race, go ahead and check out our Discord. We haven't mentioned it at all tonight. If you head over to our Discord, you can find links to our different leagues. You can find power rankings, which didn't come out last week. Whole kind of having a kid thing. I didn't get around to the power rankings, unfortunately, but they'll be coming back this Friday, I'm sure. But
I swear.
Yeah,
Jesse
I
thinking
know.
the birth of his first child is worth risking, worth missing his job for. I can't believe it.
I know. It's one of those things, like, I don't know why I put family over HMS TV, but sometimes I just do. I get why you would be upset, though, for sure.
Just priorities need to be in order. What you should do is just let me watch Allison and let you do your job, okay?
Yeah. Okay, we'll do that. I'll bring her over Friday while I work on the power rankings, and you can keep an eye on her up there at Southern Boys.
Hey, my boss's grandson's there every day, so we could turn Southern Boys into a nursery.
Yeah, it's like it's a diesel mechanic shop on one side, and then a daycare right next door. Christian running both of them.
That's a horrible idea for me to be running a daycare. But as we have 8 laps to go here in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series, Danielle Taylor in the chat just shared the link to our Discord. Go over there and join our community. We do some fun races every Friday night. That is the Hutchinson Motorsports TV Dash for No Cash, brought to you by the Roots of 5150 and Brantley Roden in the chat. I love you too.
Aw, that's sweet.
Hey, Brantley, you need to know I wore your shirt at Talladega on Friday to the truck race.
Oh, hell yeah. That's awesome. Man, we're an hour into this race, and it's starting to wrap up. We got 7 laps to go, and Sam Brochu is trying to run away with it as he's actually passing some lap traffic there. That's the 23 of Joey Ladouser that he just got by, or Ladouser, that he just passed. But Brochu's kind of run away with this thing all night, and unless something happens with 6 to go now here, He is going to bring home his third win on the season.
Yeah, this race kind of just got single file for the most part. I mean, there's a few battles throughout the field, but definitely has been the Sam Brochu show. As I'm stumbling over my words, ladies and gentlemen, the Toyotas are dominant here tonight. The top five, actually, excuse me, the top six is nothing but Yodas. You have one little scrubby Ford in seventh, and then eighth and ninth are Toyotas also. And don't get me started about those bow ties. They're doing terrible here tonight.
Yeah, not a good race for a Chevrolet. The highest up Chevy is the 91 of Dylan Rosenberg. But if you look on the bottom right of your screen currently, the patented Hutchinson Motorsports TV pit strategy board shows you the newest tires here in your top three go to Ricky Springer in that 18 as he is fighting. He's going to take that second spot now from Justin Bondurant. Let's take a look. Whoa, and he's about to get the bumper from the 9. That almost got sketchy, but we take a look at his last lap compared to the leader. He's actually not gaining anything on Sam Brochu right now. So I was thinking the 18 might have a chance on newer tires, but this might be Brochu's race locked up with 4 to go.
Oh, as the 9 gets in the wall hard there. 18 does give him the room to save it, though, so we're going to stay green. But, ladies and gentlemen, we almost had a restart with the 9 of Justin Bondurant getting into the wall.
That was absolutely perfect timing. Right when I turned away from the 9 of Bondurant is when something happened to him. That's just the show business, though. As 3 laps to go, the lead up to 2 seconds now.
Absolutely. JT Tinker in the chat saying, where is Chevy Nation? They're in the back because they slow and they suck.
As mentioned, the fastest Chevrolet here with 3 to go. Dylan Rosenberg, the 91. By the way, check out in the GLSR Discord, if you find it from our Discord, GLSR and Side Quests, a podcast you can find anywhere you get your podcast. Dylan Rosenberg, one of the people on that.
This poor old JT gives the crying emote in chat. 2 laps to go here in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series Sam Brochu. Your race leader heading it down the backstretch, looking for the white flag in the air, praying that the caution does not come out as he rounds turns 3 and 4 for the final time. He's going to be taking the white flag here tonight at Kansas. Jesse, take us around for the final time.
Yeah, we've got a couple of battles we'll have to keep an eye on in the top 10. But for now, we're going to keep our eyes on this man right here. 98 of Sam Brochu looking to bring home win number 3 on the season. He's only got 2 more corners. Let's see if he can get through them without an issue. Boy, it would be a shame if he somehow broke loose and wrecked his truck. But he's not going to do it. He keeps it straight, comes through the tri-oval, and for the 3rd time this season, takes home the win here at Kansas Motor Speedway. Ricky Springer takes home 2nd, Justin Bondurant 3rd, Colin Fambro 4th, Mark Whitley brings home a top 5. 50 of Jared Ray Hutton, the 5 of Garrett Grant, the 71 Darrell Young Jr., the 91 Dylan Rosenberg, and the 88 of Chad White round out your top 10.
And unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, with the top 10 finish, I'm going to have to report that Chad White may not be wearing Hutchinson Motorsports TV colors next year.
But I thought a top 10 was pretty good.
Well, he had to finish top 5 after his performance last night. And, ladies and gentlemen, Logan Position is dead. Go ahead and click on where it shows he went off track, Jesse.
Oh,
Show
no.
the stream that.
Oh, no. What happened to Logan? Oh, Jesus. Oh, just unfortunate for the driver of the 34. Going back to the medical center for a 2nd time.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is by far the hardest announcement I've had to make in my Hutchinson Motorsports TV career. After the events, after the checker flag at Kansas and the GLSR Radiator, Mr. Radiator Truck Series, we've lost Logan Position. Anyway, let's go ahead and start talking to our podium finishers here tonight. We don't care if anyone died after the race. We're going to move on along, right, Jesse?
Yeah, as we watch Sam Brochu burn it down, I'm going to go ahead and let you start this interview off with Justin Bondurant if he's available.
Alrighty, we're gonna take a look in the chat, the Discord. Justin Bondurant, he was your third place finisher here tonight in Kansas in the GLSR Mr. Radiator Truck Series. Justin, this is Jesse and Christian up at the booth. You got a copy.
I got you guys.
Welcome in, bringing it home, third place here tonight. You up 6 spots from where you started. The Toyotas just seem to be dominant here tonight. What could you have done to just get that extra 2 spots that you needed?
I don't think I had anything for Sam. He was in another level tonight. But I was hoping I'd be able to hold off Ricky, but he came on new tires there at the end. But yeah, just good to be back on a 1.5 miles. No more dirt tracks. So to have a good finish.
Definitely so. Jesse, are you got any questions for the P3 finisher, Justin Bondurant, here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it was weird. You had sort of a quiet race. I mean, you were top 5 all night, but you didn't really end up getting too scrappy for the lead too much. Did you think you had anything for those guys like that ended up in the front, like Brochu and Springer, or was this about where you were speed-wise, where you were tonight was about top 3?
I felt like the only way I could last till the end was to save a lot at the beginning, which always hurt me. I needed a couple of those runs to go long to the end of the race. Felt like a caution came out wrong time, but happy with top 5. I'll take it.
Alrighty, but before we send you back down to your team, give us any shout-outs you may have.
Yeah, shout out you guys putting on a great broadcast all the time. And shout out the whole Team Force Racing.
Alrighty, well, ladies and gentlemen, that was your P3 finisher tonight, Justin Bondurant. Thank you for the interview.
Thank you.
Alrighty, but moving on along. Finishing second place here at Kansas, up 16 positions. Yes, he started back 16 positions of where he finished. We have Ricky Springer in the chat. This is Christian and Jesse up the booth. You got a copy, Ricky?
Yeah, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing good. Welcome in. Like I said, up 16 positions. You put on a show here tonight, moving through the field. At the end, though, you just fell a little bit 2 seconds short to Sam. Is there anything you think you could have done differently in the race to make up that 2 seconds?
Not really. Where I qualified, I was kind of behind the 8 ball on tires the whole race, just kind of pushing, using them up all the way until I got up to the front of the field. Then hopefully the cautions went my way, which thankfully most of them did. But I don't think I had anything for Sam. I mean, if we were both on new tires, it might have been a different story, but on older tires, he was on rails. I mean, I think he had the race regardless, and I know it would have been a close race if we were both on the same strategy, but I didn't have anything for him there at the end.
All righty, Jesse.
Yeah, I want to mention your lead, at least coming into this race, and I'm sure coming out of it, you were leading the way in the points. Looking towards the playoffs, Sam Brochu tonight picking up his 3rd win on the season. Do you think he's going to be one of the biggest threats to fight with you for this championship here in GLSR this season?
I think so. I mean, I hate to use the word threat. I look at these guys as kind of friends and good competitors. So, I think a serious chance at the championship. Absolutely. I think both of us are in the same spot. We both have speed at kind of our respected racetracks. And when it gets to that point, maybe it's him, maybe it's me. I mean, it's a 50-50 shot right now. And hopefully it continues clean racing between the two of us, and we put on a show for the end of the season.
All righty. Well, definitely looking forward to that show. But do you have any shout outs or anything tonight before we send you back down to your team?
Yeah, absolutely. I do want to thank Daniel Dye, one of my good friends, for letting me put the racetostopsuicide.com charity on the truck. It's a great cause, something that him and his family started. They care a lot about, and me likewise. And I appreciate him letting me bring that into the sim realm and kind of educate people on it, because it's a big problem.
Definitely is, and a very good cause there tonight. So, Ricky, we just want to say congratulations on your P2 finish, and we'll send you back down to your team.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Ricky Springer, your second place finisher here tonight. But, Jesse, I think it's just about time. What do you think?
Yeah, I think it is time to go ahead and talk to the race winner. I do have to apologize. I'm not sure exactly how long it was muted, but there was a brief moment where it was muted there talking to Ricky Springer. I hope I fixed it pretty fast. I'm not sure when it happened, but I do apologize for that. Yeah.
Why do we even pay this guy? Anyway, your race winner here tonight at Kansas brought it home with a 2-second gap to second place, Sam Brochu. Sam, this is Blake. And excuse me. Nope. Blake's not here. Jesse and Christian up in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you guys.
Welcome in. Putting on a clinic here tonight. It just seemed like all night you are untouchable. You are on fire. Tell us the secret. What did you have that the others didn't here tonight?
Dude, I don't even know. I think we're hooked pretty much from the get-go. The practice that I did wasn't much. I was running laps on the top and not really running laps on the bottom because I haven't run Kansas in, I don't know, 2 builds maybe. So normally you run the top. And I was just dead set on, everybody's going to be on the top. We're going to qualify on the top. And then my spotter Barrett was like, no, you want to run the bottom. It's like, the bottom? Like, are you sure about that? Matter of fact, it stuck. So it was just a matter of how long you could keep it on the bottom while carrying the most speed. I think air played a pretty big factor in that. It was pretty easy to get to somebody's bumper and move them up. I think that's what I did a few times with Ricky and then a couple times with Mark. Just drive it into the corner harder and pack some air, and eventually it'll just scoot them up the track. So that's what I tried to do. Try to get to the inside of everybody since it was bottom dominant. Just try and keep the tires under me. That was the hardest part. But yeah, I'm surprised we dominated as much as we did, but yeah, it was a great race.
Great race indeed. We're going to send it over to Jesse for any final questions for our race winner here tonight, Sam Brochu.
Yeah, you led easily over half of this race. 71 laps led for you in the 98, and much less your third win on the season. I kind of want to go ahead. We're only a couple races out from the playoffs. What's your confidence level heading into the playoffs? I asked Springer the same thing, Ricky Springer in the 18. With this being your third win, he's also fast. I mean, where's your confidence level at coming towards this championship?
Definitely, I think it's fairly high. The competition level has been pretty tough, I would say. It's just, with these trucks, they're so aero dependent and track position dependent that you need to get out in front of people to stay out in front of people. So that's what I've been trying to capitalize on is, early runs, trying to be pretty aggressive to get as many spots as I can, then to, settle down and save. So I think with that, my confidence is pretty high. We have Iowa and Auto Club coming up. 2 tracks that I am not notoriously good at, but I think that I can have a solid points day out of them. But, then we go to Charlotte for the opener. And I love Charlotte. I live like 20 minutes from Charlotte. So I have like an insane amount of laps there. And then road courses, I love road courses. So I think if I can run pretty good at both Charlotte races, that'll kind of give me a buffer per se at Rockingham, if anything happens. But yeah, I think we're going to run up front. I think we're going to give these boys a run for their money. And, I wouldn't count us out for the championship.
Definitely so. We're going to be looking forward to that championship battle as it's definitely heating up. We're going to say a big congratulations to you one more time for your race win here tonight at Kansas.
Yeah, thank you guys.
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, that was your race winner, Sam Brochu, here tonight. Jesse, this race has came to a close. What a battle it was.
I got to say, it was definitely great racing throughout. We had a good green flag run there at the end. I believe it was, I don't even know how many laps we went green there at the end. It was a while, and it ended up not being the closest race for the win, but it was still definitely a good battle between Brochu and Springer all night. Mark Whitley throwing his name in the hat a couple times. And I'm definitely just glad you were able to be here with me for it tonight.
Definitely so. And ladies and gentlemen, head on over right now. The action is not over yet. We still have 2 more races tonight in the Hutchinson Motorsports TV realm. The Superstar ARCA Series is racing live at Las Vegas. And ladies and gentlemen, they just had a truck in the catch fence. Ladies and gentlemen, I can report that driver Hunter Sr. over there put it in the cheese grater. So go over there right now and check out Blake Hutchinson streaming at Las Vegas. You're going to hear my voice over there just in a moment. But yeah, Jesse.
Let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and close it out with our good buddy, Larry McReynolds. He has a message for you. Make sure you listen to it and you listen good. And thank you for watching tonight. Go ahead and tune in to the rest of the races tonight, the finish of the Superstar ARCA Cup Series, and then the MX-5s at Charlotte Roval, the late night runs with MCR. And then tomorrow night, we've got the Average Joe's Sim Racing League in the trucks. Not sure what track they're at, but stay tuned for that. And we'll send it over to Larry Mack.
I'm Larry McReynolds. Remember, in any type of racing, it's all about execution. So right now, subscribe to Hutchinson Motorsports TV today. You know America's crew chief. I would never steer you wrong.
Hutchinson Motorsports TV is back. The lights are bright and the stands are packed. 42 right there with him. Smokes them. Oh my goodness! Oh! The whole field is junk. It's a parking lot. They door slam each other. Checkered flag in the air. It's gonna be too close to call. Oh, he just got smoked. Oh my goodness! He got dumped in the racing. Caution is out. Oh! He's dead! Toward each other, Richter Johnson! Checkered flag!